Hey guys, my name is Greg Dineo, and today I'm going to show you how you can use Unpop to promote your webinar so that way you can drive more traffic to your webinar registration page. Now the first thing that you want to do is go to your webinar hosting service. We use GoToWebinar.com, and you want to create your webinar landing page or registration page. In order to do that in GoToWebinar, the first thing that you would do is log in. And after you log in, you'll go to Schedule a Webinar. We're going to name the webinar How to Get 1,000 Email Subscribers in 60 Days. Then we're going to create a quick description here. We're going to show you how to get more email subscribers. Now the copy here stinks, and I'm not going to lie to you. We would actually think a lot more about this and put a lot more time into this landing page or registration page, but for the time being, this is good enough. So start date, Wednesday, June 12th, that works perfectly. Start time, 9 a.m. Pacific is perfect, to 10 a.m. Pacific, perfect, does not recur. So save and continue. We're actually going to keep all this default and very plain and simple. So we're just going to click save and continue right here. And we're going to ask only for the first name, last name, and email address. We're not going to ask for anything else. So we're going to uncheck all this. And then we're going to click save and email me the invitation. Great, so now we're all set with our webinar. So after we create the webinar, we're going to go back into our WordPress dashboard and create a new Unpop box. So we'll go over to Unpop Boxes tab and click Add New. We're just going to call this one Greg's Webinar. And then we're going to scroll down to the headline setting here, and we're going to type in how to get your first 1,000 email subscribers in 60 days. And then we're just going to add some content here. Free webinar. Click here. Again, if I was going to actually create a real webinar, I would spend a lot more time on the content in this box, but for the purposes of this demo, this is good enough. Now we're going to determine where we want the Unpop box to be placed. So we scroll down to the Unpop box placement box right here, and I'm going to leave it on the entire site. We can customize it again so that way it only comes to the home page or category pages or archive pages or whatever, but I'm going to leave it for the entire site for this demo. Next we scroll down to the Unpop box timing box, and I'm going to leave most of these as default. The three categories that I am going to change are these three right here. So how many times should a reader visit the pages before seeing the box for the first time? And I'm going to click 0. How many seconds after the page loads should the box delay before appearing? Again, I'm going to click 0 because I want it to load immediately. And how many times should the box be displayed again in the future? I'm going to click 1,000 because I want it to be displayed as many times as possible in the future. Now we're ready to create our web form. So we scroll down to the Unpop box opt-in box, and we can create our button and the rest of our form. For link area, I'm just going to leave this as the default here and leave it as powered by Unpop. For opt-in function, I'm going to click button only, and for button text, I'm going to type go to webinar. And for button link URL, I'm going to go back up to my GoToWebinar page, and I'm going to highlight the registration web link. I'm going to copy it, then I'm going to paste it right here, and I'm going to want it to open up in a new page. I do not need to type anything in for the opt-in confirmation message text, and I can leave the email service blank. Finally, we're ready to publish our Unpop box. So we scroll up to the top of the page here, we click Enabled, we'll click Update or Publish, whichever this says, and then we'll view the post. And so here's our Unpop box, how to get your first 1,000 subscribers in 60 days, free webinar, click here, then we click Go to Webinar, And here's our registration form. And that's how you use Unpop to promote your webinar.